For over half a century, Jordan Maxwell has explored the hidden world, examining ancient symbols, secret societies, and the esoteric origins of institutions. His work reveals a grand vision of how these hidden forces shape our lives in ways most of us can't imagine. Today, we journey into the world of occult symbols, hidden history, and the power structures that govern us from the shadows as described by Maxwell in many podcasts. We have listed the source videos below for further reference because, as always, we encourage you to come to your own conclusions by doing your own research. An easy way to begin researching is to read the Hansard, or notes from your local council meetings, and research the decisions they make and the money they spend. It won't take long before you find yourself stumbling across some nepotism and bias in our experience. That's where true, grassroots, close-to-home research can have a huge impact. Maxwell defines occult as that which is hidden. He insists that the truths about our institutions and symbols lie just below the surface, concealed in plain sight. We have made many videos on these symbols, and we are in concordance with Maxwell, having recently decoded the coats of arms used in heraldry. The specific video can be found on this channel under Unicorns. Maxwell soberly reminds us that approaching these mysteries requires humility, an acknowledgement that what we think we know is only the beginning. We have found that history shows humility as an early spiritual victim of civilizations going through technical advancement. The more you think you understand, the more you realize how much is hidden. At some point, however, we believe that the larger story discovered through remote viewing and historical research easily unfolds the seemingly separate silos of conspiracy Maxwell identifies into a coherent and, frankly, easy-to-understand control grid that is physical and multidimensional. Maxwell asserts that symbols are ancient codes connecting civilizations. From the Eye of Horus to the pyramid and pentagram, these symbols, he says, are more than mere decoration. They're carriers of energy, wielded by societies to establish control and connect with spiritual forces. He draws attention to the symbol of the pyramid and the all-seeing eye, suggesting these are not merely aesthetic choices, but tools to awaken hidden knowledge and establish dominance. We too find this esoteric idea applies, however, when we study an image back to its etymological source, like the all-seeing eye as well as all other symbols. At their source, they only ever have one meaning. Just like we see with Egyptian hieroglyphs, once their true thematic message is understood, and we interpret them correctly. Maxwell believes secret societies operate in silence behind major institutions, shaping laws, ideologies, and even national identities. From the Druids to modern organizations, he traces a lineage of hidden orders that wield knowledge inaccessible to most. For thousands of years, this shadow network has controlled humanity's worldview, directing our understanding of God, the cosmos, and human potential. According to Maxwell, words and symbols govern our world more than we realize. He points out hidden phrases in everyday documents like checks, revealing a hidden legal language most people overlook. He explains that in courts, words are swords. They cut and control us subtly through language. For example, he explains that courts operate under ancient Druidic and Canaanite systems, using terms like bank and currency that trace back to ancient merchant societies. Maxwell also explores cosmic forces, notably Saturn or Lord of the Rings, which he says represents law, control, and restrictions. He notes that black robes worn by judges, priests, and graduates symbolize the influence of Saturn, binding people to a system of obedience and control. Saturn, the inhibitor, teaches us that the universe's order is bound by laws that are not always visible but govern everything. While Maxwell's research has a strong following, he has critics who label his ideas as conspiracy. They question the interpretations of symbols, the depth of connections, and even the intention behind these ideas. Yet, Maxwell remains undeterred, viewing these symbols and societies as more than theories. They are the threads binding humanity's story across ages. Maxwell invites us to break free from what he describes as the psychological matrix that limits human potential. By questioning the origins of symbols, institutions, and beliefs, he argues, humanity can transcend the boundaries set by centuries-old power structures. True freedom begins with the ability to see the world with new eyes, unchained by hidden structures of control. Jordan Maxwell's work challenges us to think deeply about the reality we see and the hidden truths that govern it. His vision is clear. By understanding the symbols, structures, and hidden systems around us, we can unlock our potential and reframe our place in the universe. As Maxwell says, Question everything. Only then does true knowledge begin. Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the mysteries of our world. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Are these symbols just remnants of the past, or are they silent guides for those willing to see?